Hello, we are going to go over Essential Grid and how to work that. Um, First of all, you should have Essential Grid installed. Um, if you go to your X theme right here, Dashboard X, you will, and if you scroll down, you'll see all your plugins that come packaged with this theme. And Essential Grid is right here. If it says install, hit install, and then when it's installed it will say go activate. Then you click go activate and it will take you over here to plugins, and you will hit activate, and then when it's activated you'll see it right here and it says ess.grid. So click on that, and this is where you create your grids. And there is not one created. Oh, okay. So you hit create new. And we're going to create a grid with images that are stored in your media gallery. So here we go. You're going to name it. I'm just going to name it new. I've gone blank. New, and then give it an alias. New. And then right here, it creates something called a shortcode. This is going to be important when you're ready to embed it in your page. But that's shortcode. CSS ID, don't worry about that. That's fancy stuff. So let's go to source. This source is like where it's pulling the images from. And you want to do a custom grid. And then you are going to select images, desktop, mobile. Okay, choose default image. Let's just go to images, and please choose the art you wish to add. Okay, so we're gonna do single right now. So we're going to add one at a time, and then I'm going to do bulk and show you bulk. So hit single, and right here you're going to choose your image, and we'll pick let's just start here and choose image, and then it shows up here. If you need to put in a URL or a title, you can do that. It's already got a title here. Excerpt, put that there. Whatevs. I'm gonna leave everything blank so we can go quickly. I'm gonna click add element. And I've added an image, and you'll see now that I have an image, you can preview your slide, your grid right here. All these different colors and stuff, that's not going to actually show up. These are just different options. So let's just continue. Now that you've added, you have the option to just click here. You can do a YouTube video, your own video, but we are just doing images. So let's click image, and to speed it up, I'm going to hit bulk because I want to do a bunch of images. So just click, and hold your control key down if you're on a PC. If you're on a Mac, I don't know how you select multiples, but select multiples however you select multiples. And there we go. That's good enough. We got that many in there. And now choose images, and it just puts them all in, and there's your grid. There's more customization you can do now. Grid settings up here. You can pick if it's box, full width. We like full width for this website, so I'm selecting full width. The grid, it can be even, masonry, or I'm not sure what masonry actually does because it doesn't change down here. Cobbles. Let's see what cobbles does. I guess this is something that you'd have to look at on the front end after it's embedded to be able to see the changes, but I'm assuming masonry is like they're staggered, maybe. Desktop, You get to pick how many images you want to show on the desktop, 5 per row. Desktop medium 4, and these are all pretty much set like at a good amount. But for mobile, I like to do 2, so I always change that. And here's more options. It's all kinds of stuff to play with. Lazy load is on. I think that like allows things to load. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep it on off. Play with it. See what you like best. You do need to get it installed on the front end to be looking at it, because some things are not changing here. But here's one that I like to play with. The spacing. See how there's no spaces in between these? If you put spaces here, like I put 22 pixels, that will give it space. See that? I like that. If you don't like that, change it back to whatever you want. Then we go to nav filters. So this is other options. I'm not going to mess with this. I like how everything is. Skins. Here's where you get to pick which one you like. Like this kind of like drops down. This like has a little door that opens. This twist. I like this one right here, so I'm going to select this one because it kind of matches the design of the website. It's like a grayish purplish color, so I'm just going to stick with that one. And then you go on to animations, and that's the speed of how this stuff animates, and I like the default settings, so I'm just going to click on over to Lightbox. And Lightbox, to be honest, I don't really know what Lightbox is, so I'm just going to click over to Ajax. Ajax is like a type of programming language that I don't quite really know enough about to talk about, so I'm going to skip on over to spinners. And this is where you get to choose your spinner. This is ugly, so we're going to change it to spinner 2. Oh, that's much better. Little heartbeat. And you can change the color of your spinner. Let's keep it at white. Let's just do white. And here's some more fancy stuff for coders. If you like to code, you can do all kinds of fancy stuff if you know the code. And cookies. Again, don't care about this, so I'm going to hit save. And the grid was successfully saved. I believe my problem was it wasn't saved. And so now that my grid is saved, I'm going to take this short code and I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to mosey on over to a page and just drop it in a page. Oh, and look, someone created a page that says works. I'm going to just, actually, I'm going to create a new page and put the grid in there. Creating new page. I'm going to call it grid. And again, we like full width pages, so we're going to go no container header footer. That's what we like. And hitting publish. Now I'm going to go to Cornerstone and edit with Cornerstone. What we're going to do next is we're going to add a section, of course, to start the design. And in our section, we're going to put a raw code box. And that code that I just cut and paste from the grid is what I'm going to put in the raw code. So I added a section, and oh my gosh, I did something wrong. I'll go back and fix it. All right, I must have selected no container, no header, no footer, because there's no header here. But anyways, so you go to elements, you type in raw, and if you have just raw, you can do raw, but if you see classic raw, do classic raw. The other one has all kinds of options, and it might be confusing if you're not into having lots of options. So I just put the short code in the content box, and it should display it when I look at it through the website. Let's see, I'm gonna go to the dashboard, click on pages, grid, I'm gonna view it, and let's see, and there it is. That's the grid, and you click on it and it opens up. Click out of it, click on the next one, opens up. That's your grid. Click on the link, it sends you to a page that's not existent. So when you're doing your grids, you might want to make sure there is no link to the page. And I'm just going to end this video because it's been over 10 minutes. So that's how you do that. And I'm going to go back and fix this page and give it a header. I guess I'll let you watch this. You don't have to, but what we're doing now is going back 2 pages, and we're going to give this thing a header. So I have to hit edit here. Can't do that in Cornerstone. So I go, it's blank container, no header, no footer. Yes, that was a mistake. Blank container, header, footer. Blank container, no container, header, footer. Hit update. And let's see how pretty it looks now. And let's see, here we go. And that looks much better. Yes, 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 yes. If you don't like it being full width, you can always put it in, you can make it a page that has a container on it, because this, I don't know, this does look kind of weird. I feel like it should be contained, but it's really your preference. And so that's that, and fill it up with pretty images.